Hello, everyone, and welcome to Out of Nowhere. Um, Today, my special guest is Janet Wildman. Now, Janet has been on the show numerous times. She's always willing to help us out if anybody just can't do the show tonight. And I think it's fantastic that she does help us out. She's a genuine, lovely lady. Janet is a spiritual healer, clairvoyant, tarot angel card reader. She always teaches spiritual development classes. She's just the person that spirit to work with. And she's so humbled in such wonderful friends around her. And she's a lovely person. Can we please welcome Janet to the show? Hello there.
Hiya, Bob. I've no idea who you're talking about, my love, but thank you very much. And hiya to Rebecca King there, and it's lovely to see you both as well. So it's lovely, Bob. Thank you for inviting me.
That's all right, How did it all start for you?
Well, as I've sort of mentioned a few times on this show, I was born with... I felt different to a lot of other kids, I think. I was always nervous and shy and wondered what it was all about. And some little memories from school. I know it relates to all this. But memories from school, when I was growing up, there was a school in Armley called Castleton. And it was a school, and it was sometimes you would have seen it on A Touch of Frost or on the TV, because it was just in front of the jail in Armley.
Oh yeah,
and Castleton School was quite famous. I don't think it's there anymore now. I think it's gone. It's been demolished. But Castleton School was famous for a couple of things. One, it was in front of the jail. So people before my time, only just before my time though, there used to go watch hangings from the school schoolyard, and we had a flat roof that they used for the playground, which seems really, really odd these days here. The other famous thing about Castleton was it was haunted. Now, it was haunted because we used to call her the Grey Lady, and she used to be a girl that used to haunt round the school. And I believe I saw her once when I was a child, but I didn't realise, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
But what actually happened was Castleton was built near the railway line in Leeds, not far off the station. And all along the railway line there in Armley, there used to be the ammunition factories. And when the bombers used to come down during the Second World War, they used to bomb these ammunition factories. And one of the bombers misjudged and bombed one of the streets. And the bomb went a bit astray and went into the school. Now, they'd actually tried to get everybody out, but this young lady, I think, was at the loo and got killed. And that street had two parts to it after that bomb, because it was the bottom bit and the top bit, because the bomb blew a house out as well.
Oh God!
So it was quite an interesting school. But when I was there, I was quite shy and horribly shy. I wouldn't speak to hardly anybody. And I used to sit on the railings, thinking, why have I been put in jail?
So strange.
Yeah, it was terrible. I hated school. I hated being away from home. But so when it comes to this sort of work, it's sort of seeing ghosts, and I used to be able to see animals, spirit animals. And as I've said before in the past, horses have been in my life for a long, long time. And I believe they've been in my lives before. So that's a very, very good connection I've got there with the horses and from being young.
Yeah.
But I was able to sort of catch horses that nobody else could catch when I was younger.
What, like free will?
Yeah. You know the old cart horses that used to go plodding around?
Oh, yeah, them big ones.
Yeah. Well, sometimes if I say they weren't very well treated, so that when they were out loose, the owners couldn't catch them, but the horses would come over to me and be caught, you see. So it was one of those things. But growing up in Armley, I don't know if anybody else knows Armley, but Armley itself is quite a infamous place because we had the asbestos factory just down the road from us. And we used to play in what we called the dry snow. And it wasn't snow, it was the asbestos.
Oh my God.
So, and that used to be the bottom, that factory used to be the bottom of the hill to where Klopp School was. That's the other school that I went to. So it was all sort of combined, if you see what I mean. But other than that, yeah, I had my kids, got back trouble. Doctors couldn't do anything about it. I did go to physio, which helped, but I went to a healer and he literally just placed his hands on my back and I felt 3 bones in my spine go click, click, click. There was no manipulation, no pain, nothing. But I thought from that moment, I'd like to do this sort of work. I started off as a healer through Don Greenbank's book, which led me to the National Federation of Spiritual Healers, which I became a member of them and learned how to heal through spirit and through the auras. And then it's progressed from there.
You know, but I think the big thing is healing, is to get into healing, because there's lots of people out there need healers like you and other people who can help out a little bit, because these days, you know, lots of people have got problems.
Absolutely. The way I look at it is you've got to use everything that's available. Doctors are doing a fantastic job. Chemists are doing a fantastic job. They've got brains, they can use things. Herbalists are doing a fantastic job. Physio people are absolutely amazing. Reflexology, brilliant. Chinese therapy, brilliant, you know. So we've got brains. Why have we been given the brain? So that we can use it. So instead of just using one thing, if one thing doesn't work for you, try something different. To me, there'll always be a remedy. I have had cancer. I've had bowel cancer. It could have been to do with the asbestos.
Yeah.
I don't know. But without the doctors and without the operation, I'd be speaking to you from the other side of life. So you've got to remember that, you know, these surgeons, I've also had my cataracts taken out of my eyes and I can see long distance now to drive. Yay. And colour. Yay. So without all the other sides to the medicines and the healing, you know, you've got to put it all together and use it all. It's not just one thing. To me, that's my way of looking at it. And I've been blessed with being able to heal through spirit. It's not me that does anything. It's like here tonight. It's not me does the readings or anything. I just sit there and let spirit do it all. I'm quite lazy, really. I'll just let them get on with it. But with the healing, I just sort of just let it come. And I love healing through the aura. It's I very, very rarely touch a person or an animal.
Yeah.
We use the aura, and it's really weird when you're using the aura, because you can feel the energies changing as you're going over the body, and it's a bit like oil on water or something like that as it sort of moves about. It's really it's beautiful, and it's lovely having the effects afterwards. Jesus was the famous, most brilliant healer going. I'll never be that good. But you've got to remember that Jesus might have had a lot of years of doing it without having the miracles. I'm not saying he did, and I'm not saying he didn't. But the people that do healing, majority of them are really, really good. Some of them are rubbish.
Yeah.
But what am I trying to say here? You've got to remember that sometimes, like with any other job, you can have your really good days, your really normal days, and your fantastic days, and your rubbish days. And it's all part of it. I think in the Bible, I'm not a Bible thumper, but I know a little bit because I was brought up a Methodist.
Yeah.
And like Jesus cured the blind man and things like this. So he did absolutely fantastic, really brilliant work. But I've had, in my time of doing it, I was working voluntary in a church in Stanley Road in Leeds.
Oh, yeah.
Bit further up from Armley, up the road there. And I was doing it, as I say, voluntary. And this lady sat down and I gave her healing. Say me, it's not me, spirit.
Yeah.
Did it. And didn't think anything of it. She got up, she went. I think about a month or so later, I was shopping in Morrison's, of all places. And this lady came up to me and she says, "You don't remember me, Janet, do you?" I said, "I haven't got a clue. I don't remember people anyway." And she just said, "You know, since you gave me healing," she said, "I've never told anybody this." She said, "But I had a car accident 2 years ago." She said, "And since then, I've been in pain every day since that car accident." She said, "And it's not just a pain in my head or anything like that." She said, "I've been in pain all over." She says, "But since you gave me healing," she said, "I've had no pain whatsoever." So she thanked me in Morrison's. And to me is my miracle moment. But as I said, it's not me anyway. It's spirit that take it.
It's good validation, that is.
Yeah.
What you do does help people.
Yeah, that's it. So there you go. So that's my little bits of stories.
If somebody was starting out and wanted to learn about spiritualism, what would you tell them to do?
I'd say, depending on what you wanted to do, like I got into the healing, so go to like a healing organization, like the National Federation of Spiritual Healers. I'm not a great fan of the Reiki things, but I will say that a lot of healing is I'll say this openly, a lot of healing in these big organisations is to do with money now. Sorry.
Yeah.
But also a lot of the people teaching it is to do with money now as well. And I've got to say that, so I'm sorry, but it's the way of it. But if you really want to learn about spirit, you need to go to a spiritual church, and then from there find a teacher, a spirit teacher, a development group that you feel comfortable in. And that's the way forward.
It's not for it's not for everybody, but some people go into it and do really well.
Yeah, well, me, for instance, you know, I did, as I say, I went to Don Greenbank first, and then I taught myself basically through the meditation, because I did a lot of meditation at home, and you know, just about every day I was doing an hour a day every day at one part of my life, and that taught me a lot. But once again, Bob, that's not for everybody either. You know, but from there I started going to churches, and then started going to development groups. And there's a lady that works in Stanley called Sharon, and she runs Tranquility, and she's a fantastic medium. She's also a fantastic friend, and she used to do the development groups, which I used to go to a lot. Since COVID, though, everything's gone, you know, haywire. So
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So, yeah. But that's your best bet.
Yeah, I think it is as well. Finding the right church to go to, or some people run groups, grow, and see if it's for you or not.
That's it. Exactly.
And you do make good friends there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I run a group every fortnight. It's on Tuesday evenings.
Yeah.
And I sort of try and teach people different things, like screeing, you know, with the crystal ball and things like that. And ribbon reading and plant reading and tarot cards and how to use them well. But I teach healing, all the varieties, or some of the varieties of healing. And it kind of opens people up to what do they want to do. But my main thing is to be able to teach people happily, well, and safely. And that's a biggie for me.
I like that. Safely is a big word is there.
And people walk into this sort of thing. There's a big universe out there. We're only tiny. The power from the spirit, the power from the universe is unbelievable. And I don't like playing with things that I can't control. Safety and control all the way forward.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Opening and shutting down.
That's it. Absolutely.
That's the main thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Many people have to shut down. And so, you know, because otherwise you're going to be, some people just get drained. Because you're like a battery.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you just drain yourself and you're no good to nobody.
Yeah, that's it. And not only that, the people that keep open all the time basically are away with the fairies. You can see when they talk to you, they're talking all out of this world. Now, I know this is a program that we talk about out of this world, but they're just these people are literally away with the fairies, and it's just, you know, that they've not got the control. When you first taught to drive, you're taught how to stop, steer, start. You know, all those three basic things. And yet people think that they can just play with spirit, and you know, and it's there's a lot of stuff that you've got to be very, very aware of and take notice of before you start on it.
Exactly. I think I think in the 60s and 70s, a lot of people got into stuff and couldn't get out of it.
Yeah. Well, I know I've been called into houses to help clear spirit, and some of them I won't go in on my own.
No,
because it's just too dangerous, and it's one of those things. I know somebody told me that I've got to be careful. I don't know I don't know the names, but they tried trance and they did no experience whatsoever of this work, and had seen somebody do trance and thought, oh, we can do that.
Oh my God.
So they sat at home, and lo and behold, they got into trouble because they got basically spirit hands coming out of the floor and grabbing them. I mean, it sounds really bizarre, but I wasn't into the witchy thing.
No.
I have a little bit got into it because friends have got into it. So, and things like the Halloween events we do for fun, but we make sure it's safe. But years and years and years ago, when I kind of got into this, and I was capable of doing readings and stuff, I went to a library. I've no idea why I went to the library, but I picked up a book, and it was to do with witchcraft and spells and stuff.
Right.
I sat in bed and I opened this book up, and two hands came at my throat.
Oh God.
Literally out of this book. So I closed it immediately and then put it in a different room. And then in the morning, I had to cleanse the book page by page. And I thought, that's the reason that I've been called to this library to take this book.
Oh yeah.
Could cleanse it so that it could go back out again.
So, yeah. Have you ever bothered with Ouija boards then?
I had a bad experience with a Ouija board when I was a child. I think I must have been about, I don't know, 12, 13. Don't know, can't remember. But there was three of my friends, all sisters, and myself, and we decided to have a go.
Yeah,
you know, as you do when you're kids. So up in my bedroom, it wasn't in their bedroom. So we made this Ouija board, paper, pen, you know, stick it on card. Had a little plastic lid from something. And it was, my mates were pushing it. And it came to me, and literally I was a few inches above it, and it was moving. And I knew I'd lost a granddad. Well, I didn't know my granddads because they'd gone before I was here. So I asked for a granddad to come through, but of course I'd no control over that. So it just came. It spelt out that I was going to die on Saturday night.
Oh my God.
Now, for a 13-year-old girl that was scared of everything apart from horses,
yeah,
it terrified me. And if you think about it, Friday nights were nice for me. Saturday nights were nice for me. Sunday nights not, because I'd got school the next day. And I didn't like school at all. So it was a case of, it basically ruined my weekend for quite a while until I realised that that it could mean that I die on a Saturday night when I'm 94, you know.
God.
but you've got to be very careful. And when that plastic thing shot out, after I'd finished after it finished spelling the message, it shot, and I mean it shot across the room. So it's no, I don't need a Ouija board. Any good medium will not need a Ouija board because we're already linked into spirit, so you just don't need one. But they connect with anybody and everybody that's died. So if you think about we're working on frequencies. The earth has her own frequency. We have frequency. Everything has frequencies.
Mm.
When you die, you don't go to heaven, sit on a cloud and play a harp. Fortunately, because I'd be bored silly. And I can't play a harp anyway. But we're still the same people that we are here. So when I die, I'll still love horses. I'll still like to help people.
Mm.
I'd still be me and love what I do here. Now, remember that there are a lot of other people on this world. There are people that really enjoy winding people up. There are people that really enjoy being nasty to people and that are very cruel. And there are a lot of people who just like causing issues with people. When they die, they will still like causing issues with people, being nasty, causing upheaval. And because they're the people that they are, or the spirits that they are, they stay very, very close to the earth's frequency. When you are a bit more evolved, you go up the frequencies. When I'm working with my guides are working on a heck of a high frequency. I'm doing that, you can't see. I'm working, through meditation and learning, I've learned to go up in frequency, and the spirit of work with me, they come down a bit, that we meet in the middle.
Right.
But the people that are not very nice, that cause mischief, I'll say it like that, work closer to the earth. And that's who comes through when you open up for a Ouija board. It's the people that are close to the earth. It's easy for them to get in because there's no controls. Whereas, like here tonight, like Bob said, I've opened up to do this tonight. And when I finish, I will close down. My guides and spirit helpers are here working with me, and they're doing their job. They're keeping me safe. And if you think about it, keeping things safe, it's like if I asked anybody into my house and there were electric wires everywhere and water on the floor and things to trip over and kettles boiling and pans boiling that shouldn't be around, that's unsafe. We physically have to keep things safe. And we also have to ask spirit to keep us safe from the spirit side. So there you go.
I like that.
So that's a bit of my development teaching is that's the way it comes through.
Well, that, we've just done half an hour.
Yeah. That's it. It's the way of it. The thing is, we like this work, and we do this work, and we do it to help other people.
Of course we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Are you ready to do some cards?
Do you want me to do cards?
You can do. You could do cards. You could do it as it is or whatever.
Right, I'll do cards. But if I do cards, I have to say, this is for entertainment purposes only. There's no guarantees in anything I say or do. I've got to say that for my insurance. So
Yes.
Anybody that says to you that I'm not insured, I am insured. I had a lady who's a medium in Bridlington. I won't say any names, but she is well known for causing trouble. Right. And she publicly said that I wasn't insured for doing what I do, and I haven't had the teaching for doing what I do. Oh, so I proved her wrong because I went online and I showed my certificates and my numbers and everything. So
yeah, that's good for you.
But you shouldn't have to do that, should you? Really?
Anyway, no, you should. No.
Right, go on then. Let's crack on. Who wants what?
Right. I've got one for a good friend of mine. She's never had a reading from you at all.
Right.
I can't tell you who she is because I'd give it away then. Right. Her name's Kate.
Right.
Started a relationship. She wants to know, is it going to last? And right. Is it going to be still there in the future?
Right. So,
Kate,
let's just get your cards as well, Kate. Let's just. So I'm just going to pull one for you, sweetheart. In fact, I'll pull 3.
Right. Thank you.
Right, this is going to sound a bit weird, is this? Because the first card, Kate, I pulled out was this one. And it says burden. Now, that might not mean that the partnership is going to become a burden to you. But it's like with this card, apart from the writing on the card, it's as though you can't see the wood for the trees. And it's like an autumnal scene with silver birches all around. And it's as though some of these silver birches have actually got pictures on them. Like this one here looks like a face here.
Yeah, but it does. Yeah.
I'm going to go with my spirit guides because it did come out as the burden card, which is it's actually got, and I know I'm being awful here, that it sounds awful, but there's kind of a red flag there.
Right.
So I'm feeling that it's not going to last. So what I'm going to say is I'm really sorry about this because I don't like giving negative things, but I'm feeling as though it's there for a reason. And the reason to me, Kate, is for you to have an experience with this partnership and go with it as far as you can and try and enjoy yourself with it. Because I've got the partnership card, but this came out second. So the partnership card is showing kind of a break in the wall and sort of the way forward to the trees. So, but it's also got, I've just noticed, I don't know if you can see on this side, there's a cross there as well.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really sorry. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to use cards. I don't like it using it.
Do it your own way for this one.
So, okay, let's just get somebody in for you, Kate, on this, because I'm not happy with that. Sometimes you've got to be truthful to yourself and just sort of think what's coming through for me. Right, Kate. I've got a lady here in spirit who's coming in, and she's giving me custard pies. You know those custard pies that you throw at each other?
Yeah.
And I feel as though you need a bit of fun and a bit of let's get up and go. I feel as though this, as the cards indicated, I feel as though it's not going to be for long, but I feel as though you do need to have this bit of fun, and it's kind of a stepping stone to get you moving forward. That's the way it's coming, because this lady's throwing custard pies and kind of enjoying herself here. She's also talking about typing. I don't know whether she was a typist or whether she's talking about you working on a computer a lot, because she's just giving me a computer and she's saying, she's talking about mixed messages. Now that's what were coming across to me when I was giving you the cards. Yeah. Mixed messages. So will you just be aware of, you've asked about this partnership specifically, but the partnership itself, I feel as though there's going to be mixed messages going on. So in a way, you've got to learn to communicate and listen better. Now, that doesn't mean just you, it means both. And it's a listening thing. That's why we've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You know, it's and I feel as though that's what's gonna be the issue. But there's nothing to say that you can't go out and be friends and enjoy and then see what happens in the future. Mm-hmm. But I do feel as though it won't last long, but then what will be. But that's the feeling I've got. All right, so I have to go with my feeling.
Oh God, yeah.
And that's the way that the spirit are kind of giving me it. It's as though I've been given, this lady's put 2 or 3 hats on your head. And it's as though there's going to be a lot of work going on as well. And it's as though you've got the time isn't going to be yours to spend as you want together. So it's communicating and then working things out and seeing which way. I don't like giving negative messages, but sometimes things are better as friends rather than as partners.
Correct.
Okay, so if that helps.
You're spot on there. I can tell you that. I understand everything you say there.
That's all right.
And Kate she'll understand where you're coming from now. Right. Stargazer next.
Right.
Moved up a bit. I can't see it. But I know she was number 2 on lists.
Right. Okay. Hiya, Stargazer. Right. So thank you for coming on, Stargazer. Now you're calling yourself Star. Oh, excuse me. I've got a lady here talking very, very high-pitched voice here. Well, you call yourself Stargazer, but I've got this lady giving you a crystal ball. And it's quite a big crystal ball. And I don't feel as though she was a Roman Egyptian, which is unusual. But she is saying she was Irish, but not a Roman Egyptian. But she's actually asking you to do some more work with the spirit, because I feel as though you're quite capable. I know you've put it on here. And you've said about knowing, you know, working in circle and things, which is brilliant. But this lady's asking you to look deeper. That doesn't mean to say stare avidly. It means find yourself a little bit more. Sometimes, like now, I've had to close my eyes to see what I need to see from Spirit. And she's asking you to close your eyes with the ball, with the crystal ball, and just use the energy from the crystal ball to magnify your healing light and your spirit energies, and to magnify your words, so that the people that you're helping healing and sending love and light to feel more. She's saying you're doing an absolutely fantastic job. She's giving me 2 doves to send for peace. And for some reason, she's giving me some toast. You know those croutons that you put on your soup? She's giving me a bowl of pea soup with a load of croutons on for some reason. But she's just talking about don't be worried if things aren't working well, or as you feel they should be working with Spirit. She's bringing in new guides for you, which always disrupts things because you've got to learn how to work together. But you will get going. She's also talking about a child that needs a little bit more support. I don't know, in school or something. It's not that they're autistic, but I feel as though they're a bit like me, a bit shy and a bit nervous about speaking up. And she just wants you to send a little bit of healing that way as well. So I hope that made sense, Stargazer, but keep up the good work. And I don't know why, but I have to say to protect your right ankle, as though you've got as though you've banged your right ankle or something. So I hope that made sense, my love.
Thank you for that. Thank you, Janet. I'm sure she'll get back to us soon. Who's next on the line? It's Diane's next.
Oh, lovely, Diane. Thank you. Good evening, Diane. Thanks for coming in. I'm just going to have a sip. Just give us a sec. Right. Diane, I've got to go round and round and round with you. I've no idea why. I'll tell you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at my pencil sharpener. I've been bought from my son a nice pencil sharpener that you do that with.
Oh yeah.
Not the little ones, it's the big ones. So I've got you doing this, and I feel as though it's something that's ongoing, but you need to kind of just let somebody else have a go at it. Whatever this job you're doing, you need to kind of delegate and say, it's somebody else can have a go, please, because I'm feeling that you're getting fed up of it and you're getting worn out and you're getting tired of it and you need a bit of a break from it. So I'm trying to ask what you're doing. And it's just as though you've got the housework to do and everything else to do, and you're getting on with it and you're doing fine. But in a way, I feel as though sometimes you just want to go, do you know what? I've had enough. And this is what I've been given. And I've also got you. I don't know if you've got sinus issues going on, but I've got to say that if you have, and this is open to everybody, there's a right easy cure for having sinus issues. If you hum 5 minutes a day, you'll get it breaks it all up. So if you go and a tune, it breaks it all up. So just any sinus problems, but that's what they're giving me with you, Diane. I've also been given been given the smell of Play-Doh. You know, Play-Doh that we all used to have when we were kids, that lovely, beautiful smell.
Oh, yes, I do.
And it's a totally takes you back to your youth. I've been given this, so I feel as though you've maybe got young children around you that need to be creative. I'm hoping you understand this. But if there's no children around you, Diane, you need to find your own youth again. And I don't mean, go, well, mind you, if you want to wear a miniskirt, my love, and go out this weather, fine. But it's finding what you want, what you used to do, that you used to enjoy when you were young. And as I say, I've got this lovely smell of Play-Doh, and it's like creating. So I don't know if you're very good at making things, Diane, and creativity and crafting, but I feel as though that's what you should be doing, and to give yourself a break from this circular motion all the time. All right, I've got another lady coming in. Excuse me. And she's bringing, the old-fashioned washing machines with the dryers, the wind dryers. And she's laughing, and she's saying, we had to do that years ago, constantly. We were constantly at it. She said, but these days you don't have to. I don't know if this is a grandma that's coming in, and she's just saying, but you know what? The washing machines got the washing clean in those days, whereas these days we have to have chemicals by, stick a load of chemicals in. So she's also bringing you a Heinz 57 dog, and it's a white color with black and brown patches all over it. And she's bringing that from Spirit as well. So I don't know if that means anything to you, Diane. I hope it does. And I'm just wishing you all the best here with this thing. Okay.
Thank you, Janet, for that. Stargazer just said, thank you, Janet. Your reading resonates deeply. Yes, I have a crystal ball. Was my nan's. And I can understand the child reference as well. Been having problems with my right leg as well.
There you go. Thank you, Stargazer. I'm glad I can help.
Alex is next.
Hi, Alex. You all right, love? Yeah. I'm just waiting for something to come through, Alex. So just bear with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got cats coming around for some reason. Now, it's when cats come around, a lot of people will say, I bring cats in, and a lot of people say, oh, I don't like cats. But you'll always find that cats will always resonate towards the people that don't like them before they resonate to the people that love them. But I do feel as though there's somebody being quite catty around you, Alex, and I don't know why, but I feel as though there's quite a little bit of scratchy cattiness there. So it's not a very nice feeling, but you've just got to kind of work through it. Cats will always come as well, for on the other side of them, they will always come to keep away the vermin. And the vermin doesn't necessarily mean mice and rats. It means people that you shouldn't be around you. So if you look at it that way as well, because I feel as though there's people that you shouldn't be around at the moment, and you've got to be careful about this. I've got you going on buses a lot. I don't know if where you are at the moment. I'm not bothered. But I've got you on buses, and it's like going around London on a London double decker bus. I'm going to start singing that old theme tune in a minute. But it's as though you should be somewhere in London, and I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but I feel as though there's people there that will actually help you, or you resonate with, and get on together. I've got a lady in the world of spirit bringing a poppy in, and they're talking about the poppy fields, and there's a gentleman coming in. There's actually a lady coming in that got killed during the war as well. And I feel as though she wasn't supposed to be there, but I feel as though she was a spy. And she's coming in for you as well, because she's talking about you keeping yourself to yourself, and be careful who you're saying things to. She's also using a Morse key, and she's kind of saying you've got to do things a little bit differently than you've been doing them lately. I hope this made some sense, but she is taking me to a ploughed field in the southern area of England, Kent or somewhere like that. And she's saying that's where I lost my life. I feel as though she got shot as a spy, but it wasn't. It was friendly fire rather than as a spy, if you see what I mean. And that's the way she's giving it to me. So I'm going to leave you with that, Alex, and I hope that made some sense.
Thank you to that. Diane just said, thank you, Janet. We had one of those waters when I was a child. Everything makes sense. Thank you so much.
It's all right then. Thank you, Diane.
What was next? Rebecca's next.
Right. Hiya, Rebecca. It's lovely to know that you're on, and thank you for coming on. I've got somebody doing jazz hands. Somebody in spirit is talking about, this is going to sound a bit controversial, folks, the Black and White Minstrel Show from years ago. And they're just doing this, and they're dancing. And I've got a lady sat there watching the TV, and she's saying she used to love the old programs. She's saying there were nothing better than a good old Saturday night sat watching all the good programs. She's coming around you. I feel as though she's either a mum or a grandma. She's on that sort of link, and she's coming in there, Rebecca. She's just saying how pleased she is to come around you and with you, and she's just making a presence known with you as well, because she's brought the smell of flowers, not just one flower, not just lavender or something like that. It's as though you can smell a bouquet of flowers occasionally, and this is when this lady comes about. She's saying, "Well done," because I feel as though you've achieved something lately. I don't know what, but she's giving you a pat on the back, and she's saying, "Follow your truth, follow yourself. Once again, your own guides will show you where to go. Follow them." I don't know whether you do anything with the UFOs. I'm not sure, but she's quite interested in that as well, because she's saying, "Oh, right, like these programs." she's really a lovely, giggly lady. I do feel as though she had lung conditions before she passed, and she's putting you earphones on now. Usually, when you get earphones, it's to block out the noise, but it's as if you need to kind of concentrate on the music that's coming through, because when we first started, she gave me jazz hands, but she was talking about somebody listening to jazz who I don't know if she loved the jazz or you loved jazz. I can't stand it myself, I'm sorry. But she's just saying, listen to your music, and if you feel down a little bit, get the music on and give yourself that upliftment, because it's easy to get down at the moment. There's so much going on that's rubbish out there. But she's saying, just concentrate on your enjoyment. She's talking about somebody that lost a front tooth there. I don't know if it was her or the granddad or somebody, but she's saying we always wanted to have it put right, but we could never we'd never have it done. So she's just talking about this, and she's just saying, if you can, she's saying, it's up to you, but treat yourself and get the things that you need doing done, but keep yourself positive with the music, and we'll always be sat there watching telly with you and enjoying it, especially the good old Saturday programs as we used to have.
Yeah, thank you for that. Alex, you just said, I can understand all the information, Janet. Thank you. And I'm wearing my Tiger's Eye bracelet as well.
Very good. Thank you.
Right. One last one for Julie.
Right. Hiya, Julie.
Julie, she's wanting to know, is she going to meet the right man?
Oh, I wish I knew that, Julie. I've been waiting years, love. Nobody would want me. I'm sorry, Julie. Right, concentrate. I've got a gentleman here who's just talking about his beard. He had a little goatee, and he's giving it, just stroking it, as if to say, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. So I don't know who this gentleman is, whether he's a father figure or granddad, but they're coming in with this. But the way that they're giving me it is, you've got to find yourself first. You've got to enjoy yourself and be you, and things will, I do feel as though things will progress. I feel as though there is somebody there for you, because there's this contemplation. There is somebody there for you, but you've kind of got to find each other but you in particular have got to find yourself first. And that's, I've thought I found myself, and nobody's turned up for me. But I really feel that there will be there for you, and you've just got to enjoy your life and put your energies into you being happy and well. And out of the blue, I'm sure somebody will turn up. All right, my love. Can I leave you with that? Thank you.
Thank you for that. Rebecca's just saying, I really feel that's my nan. She loved dancing. My nan's uncle was Harry Worth, and they all gathered round to watch him. I've just completed my Botox training. My nan had emphysema. Thanks.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. It's
Pleasure.
been wonderful as always, Janet.
Thank you, Bob. It's really good to be on, and I'm really grateful that I was asked this evening. And thank you to everybody that's come on and made it a lovely, nice, successful evening.
Yes, they have. Yes, and everybody's enjoyed it. Everybody's got something out of it. That's the main part as well. And thoroughly enjoyed it.
Good.
And we love that.
That's what we do it for.
Yes. My guest next Wednesday is a good friend of mine, Philip Kingsella. He's a fantastic guy. Rebecca and all them, Steph, and a few others in the chat. Alex knows him. Diane knows him. He's spoke at conferences in the past. He's a twin. His brother's called Ronald. And really good speaker as well. So we'll have a fantastic time with Philip. That's next Wednesday, the 8th of October. Well, thank you again. Fully enjoyed it. And what can we say about you, Janet? Wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, it's been great tonight with you.